You know, at the fall of the Roman Empire, it was said that someone was going to rise from the ashes and claim their rightful spot upon the throne. And that man must be EDP445 because he's somehow back on YouTube again. Now, it was only an interview, he doesn't have a channel this time. But he got his grimy little hands on an interview with someone, I don't know his name, I'm sorry. We're going to go over it today. It's about a half an hour long, and we're just going to look at some key points of it. I'll link the entire thing in the description. I recommend you go watch it if you're at all curious about what's going on with EDP. And also, a side note, I was scrolling on TikTok at like 5:30 in the morning last night because my sleep schedule was fucked. And just take a look at this. So yeah, I don't know if they're lying about my man EDP after all, but motherfucker got his cupcake. So, you know, fair enough, fair play to him. I respect the grind. I will deduct him 2 stars though, because one, it took him a very long time, so you know there's a time issue there. So he did not complete his goal in the time slotted. And two, he got caught. So, you know, we're deducting him 2 points for that. But hey, you know, 3 out of 5, not too shabby. EDP, not too shabby for a man like yourself. But yeah, anyways, let's get into this interview.
Oh, okay. So my chat has a question. So one of my mods asks if you got in trouble with the feds after that whole incident, like the whole incident that happened. Yeah.
No.
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Nothing ever happened.
Okay.
I tell people, well, you know, I was never questioned, never arrested, never detained, never asked to come in. As a matter of fact, if I have my lawyer at the time draw up charges against the motherfuckers, I could, because first off, they were impersonating police officers. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Impersonating officers, entrapment, you know, pain and suffering, loss wages, so much fucking shit, dude. But it's like, me personally, I decided to take the high road and not go down to Texas and kill those motherfuckers.
Now, the day that EDP445 takes the high road is the day that hell freezes over, because that will never happen. I know it's crazy as it sounds, EDP does have a point. The people who caught him, or at least, you know, quote unquote entrapped him, it did in fact, you know, impersonate police officers and do entrapment. So while EDP does have a point that, you know, hey, if I were to sue these motherfuckers, I'd win. No, you wouldn't, EDP, because I think you forgot the fact that they caught you trying to touch a child. I don't know if you forgot that part. I don't know if you were in like a fever dream for that while, but you are not in any position to say that, hey, I would sue these motherfuckers and I would win, because you wouldn't. And that's why, you know, a lot of these people on YouTube who do these like child predator hunter things, kind of like Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen was professional about it and didn't tamper with any of the information and evidence that he would get from these predators. Whereas people on YouTube, while they're doing a good thing on the surface, they're kind of fucking it up for the actual legal system and the law and the police. They're kind of fucking it up and allowing these people to get away. Like, yeah, you're lampooning them on the internet and making sure they don't have a career on the internet anymore. But you're kind of also fucking it up for them legally so they can actually get away and basically face no repercussions like EDP has. And also EDP, let's be honest, you know, let's just whip our dicks out on the table and, you know, just be honest about everything. We know you don't got enough money to press charges and sue people. We know that. And you know that too. Come on, we know that. And if you were, let's just say in some magical world, you did take them to court, that might be the stupidest move anybody has ever done in the history of our Lord and Savior Jesus, because there's no way that you actually think that you're going to win that. Because while yes, they could go to jail for entrapment and impersonating police officers, I think you forgot the fact that what you did was much worse, and all that's going to come up during court. And people are going to be like, hey, wait a minute, this motherfucker's touching kids. That guy's kind of worse. It'd be like if someone was buying drugs and then they just got like robbed by their drug dealer, they just got finessed. It'd be like him going up to the police officer and saying, oh my god, officer, you gotta listen, right? I was trying to buy drugs off of him, but then my drug dealer robbed me, man. You gotta help me out here. So you see how stupid that sounds? Come on, EDP. I would hope that you were smarter than this, but I mean, hey, I don't know.
Information, pretty much.
It's fucking retards, man. It's like, that's why I tell motherfuckers, man, listen, dude. Listen, nigga, if you want to use my name to get paid upon the internet, nigga, I got you. It ain't nothing, nigga. I mean, you know, I'll be more than happy to help. But goddamn, dude. at least throw some pennies my way, bitch. Like,
yeah,
come on.
nah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. EDP, are you fucking stupid? Are you stupid, man? Yeah, EDP, you're right, man. You're on the verge of touching some kids, and they gotta throw some pennies your way. I would 100% agree, for sure. Talking about throwing some pennies his way like he's some homeless man in LA. I mean, the least they could do is throw me some of that Google AdSense. EDP, you're on the verge of touching kids. You don't deserve money from other people. Come on now. Let's stop acting goofy.
Now, as you were saying, you say you could get your lawyer to pretty much get those guys in trouble. Like the people that spread misinformation about you, that would pretty much be defamation.
Right.
Have you ever like thought about like suing niggas for defamation and shit?
Yeah, I looked into a lot of lawyers actually about that shit. A lot of lawyers said, law firms, they said that I have I'm a pretty good case, but nobody wants to take that shit because it's just you have to hunt down and find out where motherfuckers are and ask them to come in.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's not like my fucking brother is saying some shit. Oh yeah, I know it. Shit, I know where that nigga lives. Shit, bring this bitch ass on in. Come on. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Again, I don't know if you're completely oblivious to the fact or you were just shameless, but no one's going to take up your case for defamation because you're in the wrong. And yes, you can argue these people that are making videos about you, like me, myself, are defaming you and are committing defamation. But EDP, no one's taking up your case because you were out here on the verge of touching kids. I don't know if that needs to get through your thick skull or what's going on here, man, but something ain't clicking. And also EDP, you are in the wrong. However, someone would take up your case if you had the financial stability to actually do so. No one's taking up your case because you don't have enough money to actually go to court for what you're claiming people are doing to you. You don't have enough financial support to do that. Lawyers and people in court represent the craziest fucking people in the world, but they do it because they know that the financial gain is there. So if EDP, if you had enough money, you could probably take someone to court, but until that happens, it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry to tell you, man.
Because I want to hear your side of the story. This is what we do in the interviews. One of my mods asked, "What was your initial reaction when that whole situation happened?"
In the moment?
Yeah, in the moment, pretty much.
There?
Yeah.
I should have brought my Glock and shot those motherfuckers.
Now, if you had your gun, right, and the camera was on you, and you shot them, say you shot them. Would you think you'd win that case?
Oh, no. I mean, first off, it's in California, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, nigga, you can't even in California. It's like you better have justifiable cause, nigga. You better jump off the fucking building first before you shoot those motherfuckers, man. Yeah, man. My entire reaction was, damn, I should have took the Glock off the counter, man. You know what I mean? Because I left it right there. So.
But EDP, you ain't fooling me. You were acting like a bitch when they came up on you and were like, hey, we're not the 13-year-old, but we were posing as a 13-year-old. You were acting like a bitch, so don't try and sit here and act like, oh, man, I should have pulled the Glock off the counter. No, even if you did, you wouldn't have used it. We know that. One, because you would have gotten even more trouble, but two, you were acting like a bitch, bro. You were acting like a baby back bitch, and you expect me to believe you now that you would have fucking did something if you had the Glock on you? Come on, bro. Come on.
Have been telling me, and I kind of touched on this before.
Was it a kid that you touched on before? Okay, I'm sorry. That was too low hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
It's like damn well going through all that shit. I have to be a good person, dude. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, motherfucker, I could have easily all the guns that I have. Shit, you know what? Let me get an AR. I mean, let me drive. I have to Texas. Let me go hawk this ass nigga, man. Let me just fuck him up.
That's what you're about to do. Like, not that's what you're about to do, but. After, you drove away and shit, you were pretty tight, like mad?
No, I could have done it.
Yeah.
That was never my intention.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like a lot of people were like, nigga, you could have easily just went and just fucked them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I watch those videos, it's like, most of the time, like, nobody ever, like, retaliates and shit.
Right.
So.
EDP, you got me standing up on my own 2 feet right now because I cannot believe what the fuck you just said to me. Actually, are you fucking dumb? You're a good person? Bro, I don't know one person who has been on the verge of touching kids that is a good person. I'm lost for words. I'm baffled. I'm befuddled. I'm lost for words. Also, EDP, quit acting hard, man. Just quit acting hard. Oh, I should have, with all the guns I had, I could have, put on an AR, put on a pistol. Bro, you were stuttering when you were saying it. You're not him, bro. You're not him. It's okay. Just take accountability for what you did. Alright, now before we get into this next clip, I'm gonna give you a few options to what his answer is gonna be. He's posed with the question from the interviewer, hey, if you saw that person, what would you do to him? You know, what would you do? Would you give him a handshake? Would you give him a slap across the ass? What would you do? And I'm going to give you a couple options. A, he would do absolutely nothing and sit there like a pussy. B, he would, you know, apologize for his actions and try to get right. Or C, would he kill him? Leave your answers down below. But if you have been paying attention to the way that EDP has been acting behind the camera, I'm sure you already know what the answer is.
Okay, so there was another good question. What would you do if you saw them again in person?
Kill them.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. So, okay, so say if I set up a boxing match between y'all two, would you be down to do it?
First off, I would do it until I get to the boxing match and just take off the gloves and kill him.
Now, EDP, I'm going to dissect what you just said compared to what you said back when you first got caught, like it's a meat lover's pizza from Pizza Hut, and I think you know a thing or two about that. Now, EDP, back when you were first caught, you were acting all remorseful, like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, you know, I need to go to therapy, I need to go to counseling, I need to just go get my life in order, I need to just get right. Now, you're acting completely different and saying, oh, man, I should have got the Glock and capped both their asses. What are you talking about? Like, which one is it? You can't be both and expect to be a remorseful person at the same time, especially if you were lying in the moment back when you first got caught, and you're telling the truth now that, you know, you should have pulled the Glock out on them. You're not remorseful. You're just a fucking idiot. So don't try and act hard now, okay? Because you're not being remorseful. You want to be a good person, you know, you want to say, oh, I'm a good person, and then actually act like it and take accountability for what you did, and don't switch up your story. It's like that was EDP's twin brother that got caught instead of him, and that's why he's acting hard. He's acting like two completely different people. But keep in mind though, he's a good person though. You know, even though if he saw these people again, he would cap both of them with his Glock or his AR, you know, who knows. Apparently he's a good person though, so don't get it twisted.
Okay, good question. Do you have any remorse for the situation that happened? Like, do you think that you were in the wrong at all?
You know, I'll say this, man, okay? When you go back, way back, you know what I mean, before all of the whole setting up shit and doing whatever, right? This entire situation was all based on jealousy and greed. More so jealousy, you know what I mean? Because, nigga, you can't get the traffic that the next motherfucker is getting. Nigga, you can't pull in the income that the next nigga is getting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back and pull some bullshit and try to set this motherfucker up.
EDP, you really have no remorse for what you did? You're just making this whole situation about greed and views and publicity? You're lost. You're delusional, and you need help. However, I don't know if you deserve that help because clearly you're not willing to change. Now, I will say this. The people who caught him are fucking assholes and they're pieces of shit. They're absolute shit cans. Understand, we already know that. You know, they're racist as fuck and all they did was tamper with the evidence and actually screw it up so that EDP wouldn't get in trouble. And they just did it for views and money. He's not wrong about that. But EDP, do you not have any remorse? Do you not feel like, damn, I messed up, I need to get better for myself and the people around me? You're delusional if you think that you actually are in the right in this at all. But that's just completely irrelevant to what the whole situation is about, whether they are greedy and whether they are pieces of shit. It's completely irrelevant to the situation. But that's why you leave like these catching predators type shit to the professionals, you know, like actual people under the law. Because you get people like this who will actually catch these people like EDP and will just use it for monetary gain and for publicity and views. It's just crazy because, you know, they fucked up the evidence and now EDP is walking free. And you got people in jail locked up for shit that they didn't even do. Or people getting double-digit years for like smoking weed or some shit. And you got this dude, EDP, running around like a fucking lunatic because someone tampered with the evidence. But EDP, you've completely mind-boggled me to the point where I don't know what to even think anymore. I just don't understand how you can feel no remorse for what you did. It just makes no sense to me. But yeah, EDP is back on the prowl for some cupcakes. And you know, it's sad to see that he's this delusional about himself and the whole situation. But I can't really say I'm surprised with someone as much of an airhead as he is. So, you know, that's really about all I got. I'll link the interview in the description. There's two of them. There's one that's edited up. And then there's one that's like the full interview. It's like an hour and a half long. So if you want to go see it, I'll link it in the description. Feel free to go check it out. But yeah, like I said, it's about all I got. You know, you can like, subscribe to the channel if you like the video at all. You know, you can if you want. I can't control you, but help out the channel would mean a lot. You know, if you made it to the end of the video, appreciate you as always. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Maybe I'll even have a cupcake with me, who knows. And yeah, peace.